Good evening. I am Grandma Angela, otherwise known as God's female servant. My name is Angela Waters by other names. I live in Charleston, West Virginia, and I wrote an article yesterday describing the conditions that are going on here with the water crisis. I would like to give you a view from the street, the common people in the neighborhoods, and what we are experiencing and what we are thinking and feeling. I hope that you will understand and that you will follow along with me. First of all, there's a lot of fear going on. The fear of the unknown, the fear of what's going to happen next, who's going to break in, are we going to have enough water, what are we going to do about eating, and how are we going to deal with the other social ills that are going on. We know that people are going to be looting, and there are other things that are happening with drugs and the courts and hospitals and everything, and it's just a mass of confusion. When you go to house, people have so much fear and anxiety that it is unreal. The next issue that we are dealing with is the chemicals in the riverbanks. We don't know how long they've been there, what the precautions can be, what the reactions is going to be with the fish, and how that's going to affect us. There's a lot of unknown that makes it really hard for people to stay in this reality and deal with what is really going on. So a lot of people are using a lot of drugs. Methamphetamines has already been a big issue here, and now the heroin, and people are on a lot of pain pills, and they're trying to escape this reality. They don't have their jobs. There's so many businesses that are closed. People don't know where their next paycheck is coming from, when they're going to be able to go back, if the businesses are going to be able to sustain for an undetermined amount of time. And we don't know how that chemical is going to affect our health. We know that if the riverbanks are contaminated and the water is in the river, the water is going through our pipes, and the pipes are what brings the water to our houses. And so we assume that those are contaminated as well. And how are we going to clean those up? It's an issue that we do not have any idea of how we're going to deal with that, who's going to pay for it, and it is a lot to deal with. Another issue is, are they telling us the truth? We don't know. They said that it came into the system at X amount of time, and it was X amount, 5,000. But we don't know. We know that people lie, and it could be 5 times that, 20 times that. We don't know, and we don't know when the end is going to be. We do know that they said that they drained the other tanks, so maybe some hope. And we've heard that the 2% is safe, and some people say that it's 1%. So there's a lot of confusion, and as things go through the street, we don't know what we should take heed to and what is not the truth. We do know that we all have friends working in different places, and they have inside information, and we don't know when the information is very credible and when it's just some more of mixture with fear. So the truth is an issue. Are the people telling us the truth? We do know that they didn't tell us when the accident first happened. That makes us wonder about people's ethical decision-making processes as well. Then we have our people that are in the hospitals and the nursing homes. We hear that they're going to be putting them out because they can't take care of them. We understand that they can't be taken care of because of the water situation, but where are they going to go? Who's going to take care of them? Who can take care of them? If someone could take care of them, they wouldn't have been in the nursing homes and the hospital in the first place. We know that the elected surgeries have been canceled because of the linen and the sanitation issues. People that need life-saving surgeries. You know, we have a lot on our plate. And people that are displaced from the mental institution, people that are in prisons. We know that in the prisons they give them Kool-Aid and they mix that with water, and so they have a lot that they're not going to be able to eat, even at the meager food that they were getting. And if people think that the people that are incarcerated don't affect our lives, they are mistaken, because what affects them affects us as well. The schools, the children not being able to go to school, they're not going to be able to learn. Those days that they're not in school are going to have to be made up. People that are being paid for, even though their school is not in session, are going to have to be paid when the children are in school, which is only right. So when the children are going to get out of school, we have no idea. Who's going to take care of the children while they're home learning nothing all day? The daycares. Those children, the people can't go to work because they can't take their children to daycares and they don't have people to care for them. It is a hard thing here. We also hear that the water is going to be shut off. The water that is now only being told to us that is usable to flush our toilets and to, in case of emergency, to put out fires. But if they turn the water off, and I've heard that some of the water is being turned off for different amounts of time, some half hour, some hour, to try to flush these chemicals through the system. But if they turn off all of the water, that stink from the toilets, people can't take the baths or anything already. Lice, vermin, all kinds of stuff is going to be coming out. Diseases like we have not seen in a long time. The personal hygiene, I've heard people say that they wash their hair at work, or that, you know, some people can't even think about going into the water. So there's a lot. And we have people who need treatment that are not being able to go to the places and talk about their depression, their anxiety, which is overwhelming. Some of the pharmacies have been closing, and we still have people that were sick from the water before they announced that there was a problem, that were drinking the water and had gotten sick. They are still sick. So we're asking that people please pray for us. Please keep us in mind. And those that are living in this condition, please treat others the way that you want to be treated. Remember, these things are something that we're dealing with, but we got to make it through here. Before I go, I want to share with you that I thank God that I have been blessed to have good neighbors. This morning, my neighbor woke me up. She had put clear tubs under the drain pipe to catch the water for me, my mother, who is be 75 pretty soon, and my other elderly neighbor. And the and God sent the rain. And so we were able to get enough water to fill the bathtub and to fill all of our water receptacles. Anything that we had that we could put water in, so that we could boil it if we have to use it to flush with, if we need to have some water to wash dishes or anything. And people are doing the price gouging. Cases of water are going for $30 a case in some areas. Yes, it's true. People are taking advantage of this is the things that are happening. And but on that note, I would like to mention that we have our elderly who can't get to the water places. Then we have people who don't have septicals to get the water. And if they did get it, they don't have transportation to get them back. So those are other issues that we have to deal with, along with the violence and the fighting in the stores and temperatures being high. So I know tomorrow is Saturday. A lot of you are going to go to church. Please say a prayer for us. And God bless you.